He'll start.
Okay.
Okay, today I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I hope you like this video. I've got a special guest, the Boogie Pop Assassin, and will you please now welcome the one and only Boogie Pop Assassin. Come on over here, Assassin.
Hey, how you doing, Mike?
Very nice to see you again. Have a seat, and I'll do the same. And we want you to watch this video. It's going to be entertaining and educational. And what it is, I've got a couple of questions for the Boogie Pop Assassin that'll explain everything. And if the questions don't, then I will. Well, thank you for coming today. And I know you're busy, and everybody's got stress on their time these days. So we'll just get
It's
started.
an honor to be here, and I really appreciate you having me, you know.
Well, I thank you for that. I know that you've got a new album, and we're going to be talking about your new album.
Working on the album, yeah.
And you've got your songs written. First off, Boogie Pop, before we start about the new album, just tell us a little bit about a couple of these other bands that you've been with, and maybe some of the projects in which you have been previously involved.
Well, you know, I've been playing music on and off for about 30 years, and I've been in a gazillion bands. I know two of them that, one of them in particular, well, I played with Lambaster and actually had a song that me and the drummer done in the studio, and we submitted it into the radio stations. And it got a big buzz on it, and we thought, well, hey, this is great. You know, I was living in Los Angeles, and I was getting phone calls that, hey, you know, they're playing your song a lot. It's a song called Dogs and Whiskey. This has been about maybe 19 or 20 years ago.
So you were getting some publicity and some airplay on this.
Well, yeah, they liked the song real good, but they said that the problem with the song was it was 7 minutes long.
Yeah.
Back then, I didn't know you could. I thought, you know, well, Led Zeppelin does it, and Iron Butterfly makes songs that long. But the radio station told me, you know, you're not Iron Butterfly, you're not Led Zeppelin. If you could cut this down a little bit,
Right.
you know, we could play it more. But as things would have it, I wasn't going to fly away from Los Angeles to Tennessee to redo the song because my band members had kind of went astray. Yeah, they were no longer around at that time that the song was getting kind of big.
Let me check. Your cuff has gotten
Yeah.
tangled up there a little bit.
These were custom made by
Very, very attractive and impressive, I might say. Well, that's good. I know what you mean about the length of the songs is important.
Yeah, and then I was another band that I was with was actually a Christian heavy metal band.
Oh, okay.
And
what was that band's name? I can't.
it was the Jesus Tattoo.
Geez, I
And-
knew it had something like that.
And I had a real good manager, and I had a huge fan base.
Yes, you received some acclaim on that, as I recall.
Yeah, I had a huge fan base on that band, and it was going real well, but and one of the songs was expected to go up to top 40, as a matter of fact. And I had a good manager at the time, and things were going well. Matter of fact, the Native American Music Awards was going to have me on their show, or their
that's
little
great.
event thing, you know, where they give awards. I don't know if I'd won an award, but they was going to, I think, nominate me for one or two of my songs. But of course, you know, as things go in life, bands break up or whatever.
Yes,
so that didn't.
it's hard to keep things together, that's for sure.
But yeah, it was Lambaster, the Jesus Tattoo, and
so-
now I've got, I'm working on a project now, the Boogie Pop Assassin.
And some of these previous renditions of songs and things you've done, they are on the internet. Some of them are.
Yeah, they're real rough sketches. That's why we're trying to get this album done and make a real professional quality album for people.
Okay, let me ask you this. Speaking of this new album, can you tell us the name of the new album? I'd like to know that, and I know all of our viewers would too.
Yeah, the name of the new album is called Tears of Gasoline.
Wow.
And it's got a political and social statement on that particular song. Matter of fact, we rip up the mainstream news media pretty good, you know, fake news.
Yeah.
So
Plenty of that around.
oh yeah. But the name of the album is going to be Tears of Gasoline, and it's, you know, something I've worked real hard on for quite a while.
Well, I'm looking forward to that, and I know all of our viewers are looking forward to that. And the other thing I was going to ask you is, did you know, as far as, I know you've worked on this, how long have you been writing the songs for this album? I know you've spent quite a bit of time on it.
Well, I think about 5 years ago, I found myself alone for the very first time in my whole life. I didn't have a pot to pee in, so to speak, but I managed to scrape up enough money for a cheap guitar. Of course, I've been blessed since then, but I managed to, pick up enough money for a cheap guitar, and I started just, like I say, writing and, getting back into the music thing again. So I've had about 3.5, 4 years on these particular songs that I'm doing for the album.
Well, that's good, and I understand that in speaking with some people involved with this, that this is going to be a different concept. It's going to be not your standard album. And can you tell us a little bit more about this new concept that you've got?
Well, yeah, I think some people that are watching this video will know what I'm talking about. Some will be totally clueless, but I took the red pill and went down the rabbit hole about 6 years ago. In other words, I found out that the government, who would believe it, ain't really quite on our side. They're not really for the American people. There's a lot of bad things going on. I found out that communism has actually infiltrated the United States of America. They go in a form of, they can call themselves what they want, but in reality they're communists. There's a lot of political leaders on the right and the left that's in office that are making unconstitutional laws for the American citizens. And, that's why our country is at war with itself right now. And a lot of this album that I wrote is against a new world order. It's against communism. It's against a government who thinks that they can decide the best for the American people. And it's a lot of the album, it's got some angry type of thing, but it's the sentiment that millions of Americans has been feeling for years.
Well, it sounds like you're quite patriotic, and that's to be commended, and I wish you success on that.
Yeah.
Finally, Boogie Papa says, and I know that it takes money to do anything. It takes money to walk across the street. But can you tell us about how much money you need to raise for this project, A, and B, where the funding goes that the backers are going to put up, because we do need some backers for this project. So how much money do you think you need on this?
Well, the album itself is going to cost probably around $7,000 to record. Most of your standard albums cost around $9,000 or $10,000, but I found a professional studio that's going to get a high quality album out for $7,000.
That's a good price right there.
Yeah, it's a very good price, and I've got a lot of people within that studio willing to work with me. But I have to also pay social media workers as well to promote the album. I mean, I can write the best album in the world, but if I don't have people working under me to help promote this album, nobody's ever going to hear it, and the message is not going to get across.
That's exactly right.
And I'd rather do this independently, because the major record labels, well, you know how they're going to do you.
Well, they may or may not be interested, and they sometimes don't quite do the right thing. And if all the backers, so you would really like, you'd like to get 1,000 people to contribute $10 each or more, and the people that do contribute $10 a piece, they will get a copy of the CD.
Well, yeah, it's not a matter of how much. It's because people's on a budget, and it's just whatever you can afford. There's been some people have been funded for albums. They get $1,000 off the bat, $200 here, $200 there. But anybody that backs this album for about $10 or more, they will get a physical CD. And I've done talked to the recording studio about this. So the backers of the album will already have physical CDs made by the time the album's done.
Well, that's a very fair and generous way of doing business, and I commend you for that.
And I'm sorry to interrupt, but yeah, I've got to pay. There's going to be a lot of funds as well, other than just the album and the promotion of it. You got to pay other entities as well. So we're looking for as much as we can get.
Well, naturally you would, because I know that you want this to be a first-class production.
Yeah, if you are a patriot and you love the United States of America and you're a proud American, and hopefully you're a Boogie Pop Assassin fan, then you deserve nothing but the best, and that's what you're going to get. You're not going to get junk from me.
Well, that sounds great. I thank you so much, and I'm looking forward to this, and I can't wait till it comes out.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Well, you're welcome.